All right, Kevin Garcia here with FightHype.com, and I got the man himself, fresh off a spectacular performance, Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, and his dad, Floyd Sr. First and foremost, congratulations. You had a hell of a performance. How do you feel coming off that victory? What do you think you showed boxing fans, the general public today?
I feel good. It's been a long time coming. This was a long training camp. It was a long journey. And I feel like we made an incredible statement. I showed everybody that I'm not just a power puncher, that I have skill, that I can set up stuff. It's all thanks to my dad's game plan. I listened to it and it actually worked. And I'm just happy what 2024 has in store for us.
You know, you're setting me up here. You're setting me up here, Floyd. What does 2024 have in store for you? Because there's a lot of whispers. I mean, we're hearing Jojo Diaz might be a thing. There's a bunch of champions at 135 that, we hear you have some history with, but I'll let you answer that. What's next for you?
All I'm going to say is a lot of upsets for people.
A lot of upsets. Okay, so, I was talking to your dad a little bit before we got the interview started, and, I told him, and he was very spirited. I said, listen, the general fan base, because not only being in boxing myself, covering it for the media, but obviously being a hardcore fan, I know who you are, and I know exactly what you bring. Is your name as recognizable right now as maybe a Shakur or Devin or even a Ryan? No, right? But what should the fans expect when the opportunity comes for you to get into the ring with some of those guys?
Just expect excitement. You're never gonna get a boring fight from me ever. And that's, I'm continuing to prove it. And it showed. We train super hard, and we're not just going in there to attack each other. So, like I said, 2024 is going to be a rude awakening for a lot of people.
Yeah, and obviously, like I just named some guys. You've been around for a while. You had an amateur career. Can you talk to us a little bit about your experience with maybe some of those fighters? Have you trained or got to spar with any of those names? Devin, Keyshawn. I mean, there's so many people we could talk about, right? But what's your history? Let's start right off the top with Shakur.
I sparred with Shakur. I sparred with him once down at Jay French Gym. It was good work.
Good.
Nice double. I like that. That's good.
Oh, good work. Would you be willing to elaborate on it? What's good work? How,
Can't tell you gotta be politically correct.
He got some work. I got some work. We both were satisfied. I wouldn't say nobody really left out the gym where they were like, we got best of who, because it was more like a chess match. It was real defensive. I caught him. He barely caught me. It was a chess match.
There you go. How about some of the other fighters at 135?
Oh, everybody know the history of Devin. I ain't even gonna get back into that. Y'all could go watch those YouTube videos with Devin Haney, of course. Like I said, if you want to know what happened, go. Because every time I say it, nobody believes it. So I sparred with Sean Porter, Robert Easter Jr., Jojo Diaz, of course, and he knows me, so I don't know why he's talking reckless. And I was 17 at the time, 21 now. So, and I think a couple Russians too. I don't know their names, but a couple Russians in Miami.
So, I mean, Jojo is talking, right? And you guys did have history. Like you said, you were 17. What does Jojo know about you that he should be leery of, that you think is in the back of his mind? What kind of experience did you have with him in that sparring session?
Like, all respect to Jojo, not being disrespectful or not, like, getting out of hand. But he needs to know his place. At the end of the day, he's a champion, a former champion, a 2012 Olympian, but his time is over. His time is over. And if he can't tell that, I mean, that's on him. I'm not gonna get into it. Business is business. I'm doing what I'm gonna have to do, and he's just gonna have to use words.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're at 135, right? Like we just been talking about for the last few minutes. Stacked division. You got Jojo coming up next, and we don't want to look past him, obviously, or potentially coming up next, and make sure I phrase that correctly. But we can assume, boxing fans assume, that that's probably going to be the next fight. And then after that, the world's your oyster, my friend. But you could, take some more contenders, some possible prospects. I just get the feeling that's not the route you want to go.
No, I want the top guys. But Oscar said, Oscar Bernard, take my time, I'm young. I got the board in my hands, basically. So if they feel like I need to wait like a year and a half, so be it. That just gives me more time to get my game ready and grow into my body, get right.
Hold up. Oscar said we getting a championship.
Well, yeah, he said
this
we getting
year.
a title shot in 2024. Let me correct that.
Yeah, so
But
let's
I'm
bring
saying
that up. We
before
getting the world title
the
this
super
year.
big names, he's like basically saying like time's gonna come, and when that time comes, we're gonna show up. But even if they gave me it in January, February, I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, 130.
I'm telling you the lineup that we want. JoJo, Zepeda, Shakur, Tank, and that's the lineup we want. Then we'll move on up. And we want Devin, and we want all these guys that they say is top. How can we say he's the greatest of all time if he don't fight all the greatest fighters right now?
Absolutely.
So we want them right now, and I'm giving him a chance because he don't got his grown man strength yet. So y'all see?
You sure?
We
You sure? We saw a lot of grown man Trevor in that ring today, Pops.
Let me tell you science. His frontal cortex ain't developed. So if he's out thinking grown men like that, and his frontal cortex science ain't developed to 24, he don't even have his grown man strength. So if y'all seeing that now, imagine at 24.
Yeah, for sure.
He said he's gonna be undisputed in 3 divisions simultaneously and defend all of them. That's his goal in life, and we're gonna do that. So there's nothing they could do to stop it, and any of them champions could get in the ring. We'll pay them more than they get paid now. And Oscar and everybody would stand on it. So what's their problem now?
Yeah.
So you pump it up, tell the champions we'll give them more money than they make now for a fight with him, and he don't got his grown man strength. And we'll donate ours to charity.
I love it.
Out there.
For a belt.
Just for us to get the belt and to show how great he is. Shakur, even Tank. We've been in camp with him twice. Even Tank.
Been in camp with Tank twice.
With Tank twice.
Can you speak to that a little bit?
Nah, we don't tell stories.
I gotta ask.
But ask Tank about it. Ask Tank about it.
Respect.
And I guarantee Tank just said, I don't want the title that they offering me at 135. Titles don't mean nothing now. Why titles don't mean nothing now? So no, come on, it's facts. This is the greatest boxer of all time, and I'm gonna show y'all. I'm back to my word. I've been telling y'all.
So let me ask you a question. How do you make sure that he doesn't become super avoided? I mean, we see what happens to some of the greats, right? Look at Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford showed a lot early on, and it took years for him to get, I mean, the basic shots, let alone the big ones, right? It took him forever just to get Sean, and not to take anything away from Sean Porter at all, but it took a long time for him to get Sean Porter in the ring, which then eventually led to him getting a big fight with Errol Spence. How do you make sure that doesn't happen to Floyd? How does Floyd not become avoided to the point where he's only fighting fringe contenders, prospects, but not those big names that we're talking about?
Those guys didn't have me. Point blank, period. Look where he went like this on a shoestring budget. They didn't have me, point blank, period. And that's what it is, because there's bylaws of every belt. And there's laws they got to abide by. We got the international title. The bylaws say whenever we want a title shot, we could call for it, and they have to give it to us. The champion got to vacate it, or they got to fight us. That's a bylaw.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? There can't be politics there.
Yeah.
All right, so next question.
Well, 135 just got vacated. You know, there's belts open and in every sanctioning body.
It's not vacated. I got them in my pocket.
Oh, okay. I got, listen, you got me, because I was like, hold on, did I miss something? Somebody become a champion I don't know about? All right, well, what's your, ideally JoJo, right? And then the lineup that you stated, but do you have a preference on which sanctioning body you like to go through, or, is there an exact route?
No, we ranked number 5 in the WBA.
WBA,
We right behind Lomachenko, so we call Lomachenko out now. Because old school fighters, you fight number 4, number 3, number 2. That's the fighters we are. It ain't like we gonna pick number 29 and number 4 Lomachenko is next. If you don't want the fight, on to the number 3.
Yeah.
So we got the belt and we on our way out.
For sure. Well, look, I don't think there's much more that can be said in that regard. He had made a big statement. We've already talked. There's been a lot of talk on the internet. Like you said, you can check it out. There's history between you and Devin. I think that would be an interesting matchup, but this is boxing. I don't know how soon that gets made. Hopefully sooner than later. But I want to switch topics here before I let you fellas go, because I think there's something that the fans would appreciate. You guys both got and I'm going to point to a little flag right there on your shoulders. You want to talk about that a little bit, what that means to you, what it means to represent that? What is that exactly? What do you got on your arm there?
This is a Dominican flag.
A Dominican flag. Floyd, I'll be honest. I told you earlier today when I saw you, I didn't even know you were part Dominican.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
no.
of people don't know.
Oh.
They get shocked every time I tell them.
Who's Dominican exactly?
My grandmother, my grandmother and her father.
Okay, so you in touch with the coach? Have you ever been to DR?
I'm going.
You're going. I think you want a first class, maybe private jet, buddy. You on your way there?
They gonna fly us there themselves.
Yeah, no, I think not only is that a great thing, the Dominican fan base is surely going to appreciate it. So I just wanted to point that out so that the fans are aware because, again, you know, there's a huge Latin fan base that supports boxing. And I myself, I'm Puerto Rican. I know Dominicans very well. They're a prideful group of people, and they are always happy to represent one of their own. So just so y'all know, this is my man, Dominican Floyd. But nah, listen, thank y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we look forward to having you on Fight Hype in the near future. All right, y'all.